Hi, I'm Stacy, NQ0S, an amateur radio operator and a software developer with Lacy Digital Labs. When it comes to radio, I operate a few different ways. Most days it's just casual logging here at home. On a weekend I might throw a radio in the truck and activate a park, or every so often I'll try a contest or even participate in field day. Three different modes of operating the radio. For years I bounced between different logging apps to do them. Generally I'm a Mac user, but I often use Linux, iOS or Android, and even occasionally Windows. And there are several great logging apps out there, but none of them ran on all the machines I actually use when I operate and the different ways I operate. So I built the logger I wanted. It's called WillisLogger, and I want to show it to you today. Get her a screen here. So WillisLogger is a fast modern logbook. It runs as a real native app on Mac, Windows, Linux, iPad, Android. It's the same app on all the devices, same workflow on every device you own. You can work online or you can work completely offline, and your log stays yours. Every contact lives in a plain database file that's on your machine. There's no accounts, there's no sign up, there's no phoning home, no subscription. Let me show you how I actually work with it, starting with some of the everyday stuff. This is the main operating screen. So if I come in here and I put in I'm working my radio and I put in a call sign, you can see automatically it's doing QRZ lookup or ham QTH lookup. I've got dupe checker. You can see I got a super check partial for those contesters that are out there. And it's got kind of the full featured lookup. There's multiple options for the call sign lookup, as I mentioned, ham QTH or QRZ. There's also, it's going to pull in automatically your information into your QSO card. There's even an option for an offline call sign database from remote ops. The app is keyboard first, and so you can do a command K and bring up a keyboard palette, find what you're looking for without having to leave the keyboard. You can also use function keys for all the major actions. You can keep separate virtual logs. There's a log manager here where you can keep multiple log files. You see I've got a 13 colonies log active, and if needed, you can do that activity. Then when you're done, merge that into your main log if you want to, for keeping everything clean and neat. It has the ability to do different modes. You can see I'm going to switch to a POTA Hunter log here, and I didn't activate it. POTA Hunter log, and I'm going to kick it into POTA Hunter mode, and it's going to get you set up for catching those park identifiers. And so it's also, you're going to see something else that's neat. It's got call sign lookup and spots. The spots can come from POTA, or from any other source like DX cluster. We've also got RBN, reverse beacon network lookup, and as you make contacts, it'll gray out the ones that you've already contacted, or you can bring up, there's a needed window here. We'll close out the bandmap, and there's a needed window here where you can just see, who do you need that's still out there in the spots. There's a bandmap, as I mentioned a minute ago. We'll close out the call sign so you can see the bandmap that shows you where everybody's at. You can also click on those or click on any of the spots to tune your radio right to that frequency. You can toggle between different bands here in the spots. You can also toggle between modes. So if you just want to see a voice, you can see that and take you right to whichever frequency you're trying to catch. It's got quite a few other features too. There's, in addition to the logs I mentioned earlier, there's a world map where you can also it shows, like right now it's showing all the spots and active. You can also show the spots in the active, or all your contacts in your active log, or you can unclick that and see all the spots in your logs across the board. There's a award section where it can show you your contacts and where you stand in achieving some ham radio awards. There's also some statistics. It shows you some statistics on how you're doing in the current logging section. So if you're working a contest or working POTA, even have an experimental network, multi-op network mode for sharing contacts between stations in a special event or at in field day. So we've got all these different opportunities. We also have the ability to synchronize with logbooks, so you can upload or download to QRZ, Club Log, EQSL, Logbook of the World. And the Logbook of the World I really like because once you deal with your cert, when you first get it, create your P12 cert and load it into WillisLogger, it's automatic from that point on. You don't have to mess with TQSL again. So it's built into the app. And so that's some of the features. You know, we tried to make it handy for contesters too. There's a contest mode, so you can go in and determine you're going to be in a contest, and there's contest setups. I'm not a real avid contester, so you know, we'll probably find some improvements to make in here, but we tried to preload it with all the major contests so that you can get a jump start on setup for contests and be ready to go out there and make those QSOs. And when you're done, you can export it into Cabrillo format or ADIF format or whatever format the activity you're doing requires, and send it in. So the other thing that we're just wanting to do is make this as easy as possible to use. We have some solar tracking, we have satellite or some solar band condition tracking, we have the satellite tracking, and you can see where those are at. Everything I could think of that would make it useful for the average ham. The other big thing that we wanted to do is want to make this thing affordable, and also, I don't know about you, but I'm sick of subscriptions. You know, every time I turn around, somebody's putting their hand in my wallet every month, and so we're making it a one-time application purchase for each of the platforms. So you buy it for Mac, or you buy it for Windows, or you buy it for Android, or you buy it for Linux, and from that point on, it's yours. So we hope that we can make the App Store great again by really going back to the days where you bought an app and you actually get to keep your app. You don't have to pay a monthly fee. And so we hope you like it. We've got it up for sale, and it's available today on Apple, Android, Windows Store, Linux. We have a Linux store, and the links will be listed below. And we just hope that it's something that might be useful to you as you enjoy your ham radio hobby. And I hope someday I'll be able to catch you on the bands and put you in my log. So check out WillisLogger. We'd be thrilled if you find it useful, and or leave comments below if you have suggestions. Thanks for listening.